ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। गीताभ्यासे 8-20 परस्तस्मात्तु भावोऽन्यो प्लस 8-21 अव्यक्तोक्षर इत्युक्तस् प्लस 8-22 पुरुषस्य परः पार्थ. This study, Gita-bhyasa, for learning Sanskrit and Gita together includes padachhedaha, vakyamshashah vishleshanam, anvayarthaha, overall meaning, padabhyasaha, that is shabdabhyasaha with samas vigraha and vyakaranam, sometimes even etymology, niruktam, also chando vishleshanam and swadhyayaha, that is notes of self-study. परस्तस्मात्तु भावोऽन्यो व्यक्तो व्यक्तात् सनातनः. पदच्छेदे परः तस्मात्तु भावः अन्यः अव्यक्तः अव्यक्तात् सनातनः. यस्य सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति. पदच्छेदे यः सः सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति. अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तस्तमाहुः परमां गतिं. पदच्छेदे अव्यक्तः अक्षरः इति उक्तः तम् आहुः परमां गतिं. यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. पदच्छेदे यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तत् धाम परमं मम. पुरुषस्य परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यस्त्वनन्यया. पदच्छेदे पुरुषः सः परः पार्थ भक्त्या लभ्यः तु अनन्यया. यस्यान्तस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वमिदं ततं. पदच्छेदे यस्य अन्तस्थानि भूतानि येन सर्वम् इदं ततं. वाक्यांशशः विश्लेषणम्. I have the columns here. अनुक्रमाङ्कः कर्तृपदीयाः कर्मपदीयाः अन्ये सुबन्ताः विधेयाः अव्ययानि कृदन्ताः तिङन्ताः. सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु. Note, सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यत्सु is a sati saptami construct and is hence identified as a separate vakyamsha. Yaha na vinashyati. Saha tu tasmat avyaktat anyaha avyaktaha. Avyaktaha aksharaha iti uktaha. Though avyaktaha aksharaha in 1D have prathama vibhakti, they are not subject words. The phrase avyaktaha aksharaha iti uktaha is adjectival for saha in 1C. Sanatanaha paraha bhavaha asti bhavati vartate vidyate. Actually the kartrupadam here is sahatu in 1E. 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. In all these, there are too many words having prathama vibhakti. I have exercised my discretion in paraphrasing the vakyamshaha 1B, 1C, 1D. 1E is more or less straightforward. Although even here sanatanaha paraha bhava, I have put it under vidheyaha. Under vidheya. They are all again prathama vibhakti. Tam paramam gatim ahuhu. Ahuhu is dvikarmaka. Tam is vyaktivachakam karmapadam and paramam gatim is padarthavachakam. Padasya artha iti padartha. Yam prapya. Prapya is lebantam and hence yam prapya becomes a separate vakyamsha. Janaha, it is the implicit subject. Na nivartante. Tat mama param dhama. Partha bhutani yasya antasthani idam sarvam yena tatam saha paraha purushaha tu ananyaya bhaktya labhyaha. शब्दाभ्यास. तस्मात् अव्यक्तात् तु परः अन्यः अव्यक्तः सनातनः भावः. तस्मात् तत् सर्वनाम पुल्लिंगम नपुंसकलिंगम वा पंचमी एकवचनम. अव्यक्तात् अव्यक्त विशेषणम् अत्र पुल्लिंगम नपुंसकलिंगम वा पंचमी एकवचनम न व्यक्तः व्यक्तं वा इति अव्यक्तः अव्यक्तं वा नै तत्पुरुषः व्यक्तः व्यक्तं व्यंज वि प्लस अंज धातोः क्त विशेषणं व्यक्त व्यंज सप्तमगणीयः परस्मैपदी टू रिवील मैनिफेस्ट शो तु बट अव्ययम् परः पर विशेषणम् अत्र पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम् पर एडजेक्टिव प्रूव भावे अप कर्तरि अच वा declined optionally like a pronoun in nominative vocative plural and ablative and locative singular when it denotes relative position. I am not going through these meanings which are not relevant. Yes, the relevant meaning is higher. Param is higher, superior, or even highest, greatest, most distinguished, preeminent, chief, best, principal. अन्यः अन्यत् सर्वनाम पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम सनातनः सनातन विशेषणम् अत्र पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम सनातन एडजेक्टिव सनातनी फेमिनिन perpetual constant eternal permanent firm fixed settled primeval ancient भावः भाव पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम भावः भू भावे घञ being existing existence becoming occurring taking place state condition state of being manner mode etc. यस् सर्वेषु भूतेषु नश्यसु न विनश्यति यः यत् सर्वनाम अत्र पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम सर्वेषु सर्व सर्वनाम अत्र नपुंसकलिंगम सप्तमी बहुवचनम भूतेषु भूत विशेषणम् अत्र नपुंसकलिंगम सप्तमी बहुवचनम भूतम एनी बीइंग ह्यूमन डिवाइन और इवन इनएनिमेट a living being an animal a creature rather creation नश्यत्सु नश्यत् विशेषणम् अत्र नपुंसकलिंगम सप्तमी बहुवचनम नश्यत् नश् धातोः शत्रुविशेषणं नश् चतुर्थगणीयः परस्मैपदी नश्यति ननाश to be lost to disappear to vanish to become invisible to be destroyed to perish to die to be ruined विनश्यति विनश् धातोः लटि प्रथमपुरुषः एकवचनम् सः अव्यक्तः अक्षरः इति उक्तः अक्षरः अक्षर विशेषणम् अत्र पुल्लिंगम प्रथमा एकवचनम् अक्षर एडजेक्टिव न क्षरति इति क्षर चलने अच नै तत्पुरुषः इम्पेरिशेबल indestructible undecaying epithet of the supreme as well as the individual soul. The unconcerned spirit, fixed, firm, unalterable, akshara. Iti, thus, avyayam, uktah, vach dhatoh ukta visheshanam, ukta, atra pullingam prathama ekvachanam. Tam paramam gatim ahu, tam, tat sarvanama, atra pullingam dvitiya ekvachanam. Paramam, parama visheshanam, atra strilingam dvitiya ekvachanam. Gatim, gati, स्त्रीलिंगम द्वितीया एकवचनम आहुः वच और ब्रू धातोः लटि प्रथम पुरुषः बहुवचनम पार्थ यम प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते तत् मम परमं धाम पार्थ संबोधनम एकवचनम पृथायाः यमिति पार्थः प्राप्य प्राप प्र प्लस आप धातोः ल्यबन्तम प्राप पंचमगणीयः परस्मैपदी टू गेट obtain gain acquire to attain to to go to reach, to stretch, extend, to meet with, find, different meanings. Nivartante, nivrit dhatoho lati, prathama purushaha bahuvachanam. Nivrit, prathamaganiha atmanepadi. To come back, return, to flee from. I think this is the meaning. To come back, return is the meaning which is most relevant here. So I will not go through the other meanings. Tat sarvanama atra napusakalingam prathama ekvachanam. Mama asmat sarvanama shashti ekvachanam. Paramam parama visheshanam atra napusakalingam prathama ekvachanam. Parama is superlative of para, as we have seen earlier. Dhama, dhaman, abode, napusakalingam prathama ekvachanam. Yasya antasthani bhutani, yasya yat sarvanama pullingam napusakalingam va shashti ekvachanam. Antasthani, antastha, staying, residing inside, visheshanam, atra napusakalingam, prathama bahuvachanam. Ante tishtati iti antastham, upapat tatpurusha. Yena idam sarvam tatam, yena yat sarvanama pullingam napusakalingam va trutiya ekvachanam. Idam sarvanama atra napusakalingam prathama ekvachanam. Tatam tat visheshanam atra napusakalingam prathama ekvachanam. Tan dhatoh kta visheshanam tat. Tan ashtamaganiyaha ubhaypadi. Tanoti tanutes. To stretch, to extend, to lengthen, lengthen out, to spread, shed, diffuse, to cover, to fill, to cause, produce, form, give, grant, bestow. I think produce is the meaning which is most appropriate. Produce or create. To spin, weave, to compose, to write, that also is creation. Saha paraha purushaha tu ananyaya bhaktya labhyaha. Purushaha, purusha, pullingam prathama ekvachanam. Purushaha, puri dehe shete, she, d, purusho. Pur, agragamane, cushion. A male being, man. Men, mankind in general. A member or representative of a generation. An officer. So, Purushaha, the soul, Dvaimau Purusho Loke. The supreme being, that is the most appropriate meaning here. God, soul of the universe. In Sankhya philosophy, the soul, opposite of Prakriti, according to the Sankhyas, it is neither a production nor productive. It is passive and a looker-on of the Prakriti, the original source of the universe, described in the Purush Sukta. Ananyaya, ananya, visheshanam, atra strilingam, trutiya ekvachanam. Na anyat iti ananyat, na tatpurusha. Bhaktya, bhakti, strilingam, trutiya ekvachanam. Bhakti, feminine, bhaj, ktin, devotion, attachment, loyalty, faithfulness. Faith, belief, pious faith, reverence, service, worship, homage. Labhya, lab dhato, net visheshanam, labhya. Atra pullingam, prathama ekvachanam. Labh, prathamaganiyaha atmanepadi. Labhate, lebhe, alabdh. To obtain, to get, to gain, to acquire, to have, to possess, to be in possession of. Different meaning. So now overall meaning. Tasmat avyaktat tu paraha anyaha avyaktaha sanatanaha bhavaha. Apart from the state of being unmanifest, tasmat avyaktat tu, there is another ancient, sanatana, ancient, eternal, superior paraha, unmanifest, Another, Anyah, unmanifest entity, Avyaktaha, Bhavah, entity. Yah sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati, which stays undestroyed, is rather indestructible, even when all creation is destroyed. Saha avyaktaha aksharaha iti uktaha. That entity is called as the unmanifest, the immutable. Tam paramam gatim ahu. That entity is also regarded as the superiormost attainment. Partha yam prapya na nivartante tat mama paramam dhama. A son of Prutha, my abode is that and such abode on attaining which there is no return. I think this meaning no retirement is not the appropriate meaning here. There is no return. Yasya antasthani bhutani. That abode, that entity is such which holds all creation. Yena idam sarvam tatam. That entity is from which all this creation is produced. Saha paraha purushaha tu ananyaya bhaktya labhya. That supreme is attainable only by undivided, undistracted devotion. Chando Vishleषणम. परस्तस्मात् तु भावोऽन्यो अष्टक्षाणि तु भावो एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे व्यक्तो व्यक्ता सनातनः अष्टक्षाणि सनात् एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका यस्य सर्वेषु भूतेषु अष्टक्षाणि शुभूते एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे नश्यत्सु न विनश्यति अष्टक्षाणि विनश्य एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका अस्मिन् अष्टमे अध्याये 20तमे श्लोके अनुष्टुप् छन्दः अव्यक्तोऽक्षर इत्युक्तः अष्टक्षराणि र इत्युक्त एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे स्तमाहुः परमां गतिम् अष्टक्षराणि रमां ग एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका यं प्राप्य न निवर्तन्ते अष्टक्षराणि निवर्तन्ते एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे तद्धाम परमं मम अष्टक्षराणि रमं म एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका अस्मिन् अष्टमे अध्याये 21तमे श्लोके अनुष्टुप् छन्दः पुरुषस्य परः पार्थ अष्टक्षराणि परः पा एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे भक्त्या लभ्यस्त्वनन्यया अष्टक्षराणि स्त्वनन्य एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका यस्यान्तस्थानि भूतानि अष्टक्षराणि निभूता एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे द्वे येन सर्वमिदं ततम् अष्टक्षराणि मिदं त एतेषां मात्राः एका द्वे एका अस्मिन् अष्टमे अध्याये 22तमे श्लोके अनुष्टुप् छन्दः स्वाध्यायः Notes of self-study. There are two entities qualified as avyakta. One is the avyakta state from which all vyaktayah and bhutagramaha emanate and become vyakta. So avyakta and vyakta are just two states for all vyaktayah and bhutagramaha as was discussed in the previous shloka. There is the other avyaktaha which is also aksharaha also. In all these three shlokas, the narration is about Sahaparaha Purushaha, who is described as Avyaktaha Aksharaha, also Paramagatihi. Note, here Gatihi does not mean speed. Paramagatihi means ultimate state, ultimate destination, final beatitude. There are many quotes in Gita about the indestructible, immutable, supreme, from which all creation has been created or keeps getting created. For example, avinashi tu tadvidhyena sarvamidam tatam vinashamavyasyasya na kaschit kartum arhati. This is 2-17. See the phrase yena sarvamidam tatam is just ditto the same. Also, Navinashyati in 8-20 is here not only Avinashi, but more emphatically Vinashamavyasya na kaschit kartumarhati. Nobody can cause destruction to it because it is avyaya, akshara. The words yasya and yena in the phrases yasya antasthani bhutani and yena sarvamidam tatam refer to saha paraha purusha or Brahman, which encompasses the entire limitless universe and provides room for everything that is tata created. That all that created is allowed room to exhibit its play even when staying within its compass. The adjectives aksharaha and paraha are here for saha paraha purushaha. Earlier in aksharam brahma paramam 8-3, almost the same adjectives aksharam and paramam are for brahma. One can take it that saha paraha purushaha is brahma. Of course, purushaha is masculine, brahman is neuter. Does gender matter when the context is of saha paraha purushaha or of Brahman? It is good to contend that learning Gita should be a study to understand not the personality of Sri Krishna, but to understand Sri Krishna Tattvam. He has himself voiced Kaschin Mam Vetti Tattvataha in 7-3. Hardly anyone knows me fundamentally. In turn, he himself advocates that he must be understood as Sri Krishna Tattvam. That is, he as Saha Paraha Purushaha, he as Brahman. Shubhamastu.